Okay, so now we'll get into the actual tutorial explaining Rorschach and its different controls. So again, form is set to 0, all my switches are in the up position, all my other pots are set completely counterclockwise. This is our first pattern, we've called this one blocks, which was kind of the original pattern we created when we first started developing Rorschach. So H width changes the width of the block, V height changes the height, of course, make that a bit smaller. H position changes its horizontal position on the screen, V position changes the vertical position on the screen. These also have CV inputs, 0 to 5 volts CV inputs. You can go outside of that range. Rorschach will clip the signal to 0 to 5 volts. So yeah, you can use some CV signals there. Try some audio as well. Try different things and see what it does. It's set to clear screen at the moment with this switch in the up position. That's why you're getting that flashing. And you'll see when you move it around, it doesn't stay. As you move it around, it moves around the screen consistently. If you turn clear screen to random and move it around the screen, you'll see it stays, and then now and again it will clear. It's with all controls as well. You'll see when it flashes, that's it clearing screen. That's the clear screen working. If you have clear screen set to off, it will just continue to draw. So you could essentially use it like a Etch-a-Sketch, I suppose. And then have our colours here. These are best probably viewed when you've got random clear screen or you have it off. So that's just white. It's set to black. Of course, it'll disappear. You can move that around and then set it to black. In invert, as it draws back over itself, I'll invert the colour from black to white. Then we have our mirror switches here. Oh, a clear screen as well. If you have it set to off, so it's in that position, if you use a gate, you've got a gate input for clear screen, and every time that receives a gate, it will clear it. Depending on the point, if it's in a looped mode, it would wait until the end of the loop to clear it. But again, I'll explain that more when we get into the patterns. We then have our mirror switches here. These can also be turned on with gates. So you've got 2 gate inputs there. So if these are in the off position and the H mirror gate input receives a gate signal, it will turn it on. So there's your horizontal mirrors, vertical mirrors, of course if we turn the clear screen off, we can get some quite easy to create some patterns just with those. And then we have our random section here. These switches correspond to these 4 controls. So you have random for H width. So this one, so if you turn that on and turn random up, I'll change the width. H position, you turn that up. Change its position. Vertical height. vertical position. And then each of those also has a gate input. So with these all in the off position, if you had random turned up, if any of these received a gate, it would turn the random function on for that parameter while the gate was high. The random's really good for getting, if you haven't got any modulation, it's really quite good for getting some nice patterns going. Move this more towards the centre. Turn the H position on. Turn V position on. Maybe turn that down a bit. Turn that on. Of course, if you have a random clear screen, it'll start to build up and clear. Could also have that set to invert. Turn the mirrors off. Self-serve checkout. Of course, like I said, this is all just on the first setting, the first pattern, rather. So you can get plenty out of it just with the random knob, with the mirrors. With invert and clear screens.